Dear ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ayman Khan. I am supervisory board member of AGRIQA Asia company located in Turkestan region in the Republic of Kazakhstan. The Republic of Kazakhstan is located in the very center of Eurasia continent. We are located partly in Europe and partly in Central Asia. So our company is a huge cluster project which is highly supported by the government of Kazakhstan and located in very south of our republic in Turkestan region, Shardara district. So our company positioning as emergency and strategic food security supplier. We are using only green energy for our activities, and we are also very active on carbon trading. So it means that AGRIQA is an agri-tech company, not only agriculture or food industry. Our company for now is emittent of the bonds on Kazakhstan official state market. We are really happy to introduce you with some investment opportunities to our company. First of all, we are issuer of USD bonds, a very limited proposition for 3 years debt financing with very high fixed rate of coupon. It is 8% per year in dollars. Moreover, during the 3 years of the maturity period of these bonds, we are providing special premium as operational extra income for all investors who invested to US bonds by AGRIQA. It's about additional 29% for 3 years. What does it mean? It means that if you are investing to these bonds during 3 years, your annual income will be over than 17.5% per year. So we are paying coupon income to all our investors twice in a year. The first payment was done in August of the current year. The second, our issue is in local currency in tenge with very high ESG rate. We are now ready to offer to any private individual or legal companies our proposition for 2 million of bonds, green bonds, with very high rate for 1 year, 19.25%. And part of this income would be supported and subsidized by the government of Kazakhstan. It's about 12.25% per year. Also, these green bonds is highly protected by insurance of our national company, Kazakh Export. This company is 100% owned by the government of Kazakhstan, and this is a state measures of support to support exporters to be efficient in investment period. In addition, in Kazakhstan, if you are investing to the local bonds, any kind of coupon income is not obligated for income tax. This is a special legislation for Kazakhstan investments on National Stock Exchange KASE and also on Astana International Exchange AIX. Our flagship project in Central Asia, Export Agri-Industrial Cluster Shardara, also includes very interesting technologies which helps us to be very active on carbon trading market. We are not only deporting CO2 using agroforestry and other land usage techniques, but also we are producing biochar. So the project consists from 5 business units. The first business unit is a glass 5th generation greenhouse with 21 hectares of the total spaces for growing. The annual yield would be 14,500 tons per year of fresh vegetables with global GAP certification and about 105 million of young plants which we are producing especially for our open field growing. Open field growing is located on the place of 8,000 hectares with drip irrigation systems. The annual yield consists from the alfalfa as cereate and tomatoes, onion, and other vegetables as the main cultures, about 340,000 of tons each year, and also certified by global GAP standards. Our first processing plant is alfalfa granules processing plant, which able to produce up to 200 tons per day of the high quality alfalfa pellets and also biochar. Annual capacity of 80,000 tons goes to the export to China, to Saudi, and to Qatar. And certification is farming QS standards. The fourth, our business unit, freeze and drying processing plant, with a total capacity 200 tons per day, with annual capacity of 3,500 tons of freeze-dried fruits and vegetables and berries, 10,000 tons of frozen production, and 12,000 tons of hot air dried production. These hot air dried vegetables goes for producing to B2B clients for noodles. This facility certifies by not only food safety standards by HASP, but also by GMP plus aseptic standards, which is very high level for baby food production. And the last one, but one of the biggest business units in our cluster, is a tomato paste and fruit processing plant with total capacity 3,360 tons per day. The annual capacity is about 45,000 tons of tomato paste, 10,000 tons of fruit puree, and 2,650 tons of tomato powder, lycopene, and other dried by special technologies fruits and vegetables. Also, this processing plant certifies by Food Safety HASP and GMP Plus. Moreover, all these plants is energy efficient and certified by special standards by ISO. Here you see our locations of our land resources, which is located on the bank of the Shardara Lake. The Shardara Lake total capacity 6 billion of water. In addition, we see here Sirdarya River, which is one of the biggest rivers in the Central Asia for irrigated growing for Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Tajikistan. The channel with a total capacity about 1 billion of water per year, per one season, and we located here our additional resource base for open field growing. Total area irrigated by this zone is more over than 60,000 hectares. The plan of the main industrial site, about 125 hectares, consists from the here one first our object is a greenhouse. Here located biggest freeze and drying factory with storage for 20,000 tons of the fresh vegetables and fruits and 10,000 tons of the frozen production. This location of the tomato processing plant and here location of the alfalfa processing and biochar processing plant with a total capacity of 30 tons per 1 hour. Our production range consists from the 4 biggest commodities groups. First of all, this is the fresh vegetables, which includes our own grown in greenhouses, tomatoes, salads, and cucumbers. Here you see the pricing, which is very interesting for exporting to abroad. Convenient food sector, these commodities consist from the frozen, freeze-dried, and dried production. Here you see also the pricing is less than for 25% from the normal prices on the market. Stock food commodities, which includes B2B supplies of powders, tomato powders in big bags and special bag-in-box passata, tomato ketchups, and tomato paste in big barrels. And special animal feed and biochar commodities includes animal feed production for livestock, eco-fuel briquettes, and biochar. Here you see the location of Kazakhstan in the very center between China and Europe, and all existing routes for logistics of our production. As you see, by this road we go to all ports in East China Sea and able to supply our production to Japan, to South Korea to Philippines to Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, and other countries. By the southern road via Uzbekistan, we able to supply our production to the seaports in Arabian Sea. And also another existing road via Iran to Bandar Abbas, and also our roads via Caucasus to Poti on Black Sea and Mersin on Mediterranean Sea. So also you see the main off-takers for the production which producing by AGRIQA. This is a global B2B buyers list, and here you see all roads, logistics, and you see that the production which we are providing to export is very easy to supply to this part of the world, to Asia, to Gulf region, and also to the Europe. Our project compliant to SDG goals, and our ESG bonds have very high evaluation as excellent high. You see that we complying at least to 12 sustainable development goals because we are using only ecological clean technologies. We are using only clean energy, and we also working proactive on changing climate in our region for better conditions. Also, we are working in close contact with our small farmers, and we are building sustainable ecosystem for making our people in Asia much more sustainable and rich. We are reducing inequalities, and also we are working on developing sustainable villages and communities in Kazakhstan. Also, we are working, our agenda includes strategic food security production, and we are working for zero hunger, for good health and well-being, and also peace and justice, because our production could be supplied within 3 or 4 hours to any part of the world for emergency cases. We are working with a new model of business structure as ecopoly. What does it mean? This is an agro-industrial zone including basic resources as lands and water and climate, and bringing all these technologies to create high value added products for global market. And we are very responsible company, and we are using 4 years crop rotation, especially to save the lands and not use chemicals in our production. Our food business investments structure is highly supported by National Development Institution, by TEREK, which is a main institute in Kazakhstan for economical growth. We are working with them for more than 2 years, and at least 65% of our debt financing provided by TEREK. During 10 years, we became a new global unicorn in food industry because our synergy of the growing business and high-end processing business helps us to get as much possible benefits from our huge land and water resources. So you see that our growing business consists from high intensive greenhouses and also high intensive and water saving technologies using open field growing. The high-end processing business consists from the animal feed and biochar processing factory, freeze and drying factory, and tomato paste and fruit puree factory. Moreover, we are working together with European partners for organizing special research and development center for providing and transferring the highest technologies for food security and food preserves without chemicals. Our equity partners for now also represented by very strong partners in Kazakhstan. This is a Kazakhstan investment company, the captive fund of funds, which is our equity partner for the project. So this also part of the holding by TEREK and working under the mandate of government of Kazakhstan for economical growth. Here you see the highlights of the greenhouse investments and we are planning to start with exports on the next November. So you see that the market is very huge, and for now the people, consumers over the world is looking for the highest quality and the fresh tomatoes and fresh salads from the greenhouses, much more welcoming commodities than from the open field because of very high quality, very good supplies during the winter period, and also very huge range of assortment and varieties for any kind of delicious cooking and restaurants. And as you see, one of the biggest consumers on this market is Arabic Emirates, Qatar, Hong Kong, which supplies fresh tomatoes from over the world, from Netherlands, from France, Spain, and other European countries, and from Japan. And the price is much more higher than could be supplies from Kazakhstan. And also we are open for any kind of offering for off-taking contracts. And from Kazakhstan, for example, now the air cargo supplies to Emirates, to Dubai, and to Abu Dhabi goes each day from other greenhouses with the global gap standards. And also we're able to supply from Kazakhstan to any part of the world, to Gulf region, to Southern Asia, and to East Southern Asia Pacific region as well. Our production of animal feed, alfalfa pellets, also very promising commodity. Why? Because this commodity supplies very high protein ingredients for livestock feeding global wide. It's very welcome product to China. The China, for example, now imports over than 3 billion tons of animal feed. And one of the biggest suppliers to the market is the US, Canada, and Kazakhstan. And you know that the border between Kazakhstan and China, one of the longest one in the world, and we have integrated transportation system, railways and roads between Kazakhstan and China, and we one of the main transition corridors between China and Europe. So you see that alfalfa pellets market also grows very high. And for now, the normal price for this production is very interesting for three our main off-takers. Marubeni Corporation, their agro-food division, who owns poultry farms in China, Salik in Saudi, and Hassad Food in Qatar. The freezing and freeze-drying factory investment highlights shows that this is one of the most marginable and profitable business units in our agri-cluster. Why? Because we are using technologies for the freeze-drying products, which helps us to be very interesting supplier for the markets of emergency food, for production of noodles, production other kind of dairy or other ready-to-consume products global wide. So this is the same technology which using by unicorn companies as Kraft, Kellogg, Nestle, or Lotte. So, and this technology helps us to save all vitamins and ingredients in our fruits, melons and berries and vegetables, and supply it to any part of the world, and shelf life of these products more than 5 years, which is a really strategic food security standard. We are also working on the frozen production, vacuum drying, and hot air drying. The tomato processing factory investments, what is the difference between this tomato paste plant and some of our neighboring markets, for example, in China or Iran? We are using 4 years crop rotation. What does it mean? It means that we are using organic growing. The organic growing helps us to produce production with very high level organic standards, which helps us to go to the premium market niches with the high standards products, which recognizing by global players as Putti and Heinz and Kagome. We are planning to be a reliable B2B supplier to such kind of hugest tomato companies global-wide, and also to be presented on special stock commodities with futures, 2 years futures for our tomato paste. Our team consists of international experts. General Director, Chief Executive Director, Mr. Serjan Stebaev has at least 35 years of top management and investment experience in agri-food in Kazakhstan. Myself also working in investment projects development and strategic planning for 25 years. Two of us, the team who developing in Kazakhstan the most effective projects with the highest technologies implementation. One of the big projects is 2,000 hectares of feeding resource base and 3,000 heads of the livestock, maternal livestock for Angus, and producing for now the best steaks in Central Asia. The company Kazmit. Also, Mr. Serjan Stebaev implemented the first 5th generation greenhouse in Kazakhstan about 14 years ago, starting from the only 5 hectares. The company now building 51 hectare of the new project and planning to expand to the 500 hectares of the greenhouses. Myself, as a general director of the fruit art company, in very short period, during 2 years from idea to opening the first lines and selling first from the greenhouse of the strawberry, implemented the project Fruit Art in Almaty region with a total investments of $136 million. So this project is a flagship project in Central Asia. Our technical director, Evgeny Kochnev, has a 25 years experience in implementing industrial facilities, big projects in Kazakhstan, in Germany, and USA. Yuri Bondarev, our chief agronomist and chief operating director of our greenhouse from Ukraine. He is working for more than 25 years in management of the largest greenhouses in Europe, in Kazakhstan, in Azerbaijan. And we are working with him for the second project implementing in Kazakhstan. Mr. Peter Koyman, one of the biggest experts in horticulture and in logistics. He is working with the Wageningen University in Netherlands. Mr. Martin Michalski, he is main technologist of the Devex company. The company is one of the high-level technology suppliers in the freeze drying, in vacuum drying and extraction from different types of materials, starting from the herbs and ending with the coffee beans and fruits, vegetables, meat and fish. Karsten Fröhlich, our industrial engineer, who helps us to make the best master plan for achieving the high standards of GMP Plus for aseptic producing. Thank you for attention, and we will be glad to reply to all your responses by this email or this phone number for safe and marginable investments to Kazakhstan. Also, I would like to announce that with our partner, financial consultant with Skybridge Invest and Green Finance Center in Astana International Financial Center, we are planning to make much more easier process for international investors to invest to this company by tokenization of our bonds. So please visit our website for more detailed information, and also please enjoy our short presentation video on this channel about our project. Thank you so much for your attention and hope to see you in the future as investors to reliable agri-food, agri-tech facilities in Kazakhstan. Also, we will be very active on carbon trading and we will announce about this in nearest future. Thank you. Bye-bye.